Thank you, sir. I'll show the 3. It's good for the game.
Could have a 3. He could have a straight plus.
Get this guy. This is the guy who got me. This is some bullshit. If you see him bust his ass, Doug Polk, fire that man. Let's go, baby. Woo! All right, baby, let's go.
Greg Raymer is in seat 9. We got some familiar faces.
We're in trouble. We're up against Poker Face. I heard you're an up-and-comer. I want to put you on my channel, give you some exposure. She shows it. We're mayhem here at the lodge. There's Wayne from Doctor's Poker. Say hi to the blog, Wayne. At the lodge, I've spoken to Doug Polk, Andrew Nemi, and their general manager, Johnny Grooms, about the issues with the unlimited straddles and match the stack in the 1-2-5 PLO game. So on a Friday night, when I noticed they were running 2 tables of 2-2 PLO with buy-ins of 100 to 500, I couldn't wait to check it out. There's a raise to 10 and 1 caller. On the button, I look down at ace 10, 7-4 with 3 clubs to my ace. I make the call, the blinds call, and we wind up going 6 ways to a flop. The flop falls queen 9-3 with 2 clubs. When it checks to me, I flop the nut flush draw, plus some backdoor straight draws, and I'm on the button. I decide to take advantage of my position on the field, and I put out a bet of 25. The small blind and one of the limpers call, taking us 3 ways to a turn. The turn is the ace of diamonds. It checks to me, and while I've improved the top pair, I'm not all that strong, and I don't want to get blown off my nut flush draw by a check raise, so I check it back. The river is the 4 of diamonds. It checks to me, and I don't know that I can get much value from worse hands, so I check it back. Get aces up. Doing the Lord's work, sir? Maybe. Don't slow roll me.
We don't know you.
Can you chop that up? Thank you. Hey, you, brother. Thank you. Under the gun, I decide to be British and make a cheeky limp holding ace-ace, king-4, double suited in clubs and spades. There's 1 caller behind, and the button raises to 10. I announce pot, making it 40, because fuck that guy. The button is the only caller. No, get out of here, Inez. Bad dealer. The flop is Jack 5-4 Rainbow. I downbet 35, and my opponent raises to 135. I go deep into the tank. He raised from the button, then called my limp re-raise. I don't really think he has a set of 5s or 4s here, or a wrap straight draw. There's no flush draw to worry about yet. The only value hand he can have that beats me is pocket jacks. But if he flopped top set on this board texture, why raise pot? Why scare me off my hand? I decide I don't believe him and repot. He snaps all in for 345. We agree to run it twice, and I get the bad news that my read was off, as he turns over King Jack, Jack 10 with 3 hearts. Looking at the equities pre-flop, I'm a solid 68%, more than a 2-to-1 favorite over his hand, but if you needed more proof that the universe hates me and doesn't want me to win any big pots, after the flop, he's got me down to 20% equity. Nice hand, nice hand. Diamonds, 5 of diamonds. Yeah, that's you.
2 5-inch check for Simon Horse.
9 of spades. No, I don't. Yeah. That's you. Nice hand. The straddle to 5 is on, and there's a few callers and then a raise to 35. In the small blind, I look down at ace, queen, 8-7 with nut diamonds. I make the call, and we go 4 ways to a flop. The flop falls 10-6 deuce with 2 diamonds. I flop the nut flush draw and the gut shot straight draw. Given my stack to pot ratio, I just pot all in for 150. The original raiser calls and only wants to run it once. I always go twice, sir, whatever you'd like to do. He wants to go once. All right, so the original raiser is going once. All in. 10 of diamonds. Ace.
Like we all know.
Got the flush.
2-2-4.
We are good. Looks like.
Just double check.
Yeah, it should be 150. Thank you, sir. You're doing the Lord's work. Appreciate you. KFG Poker Club with massive bad beat payouts. Poker tournaments with 4, 5, and 6-figure guarantees. And tons of cash games. From micro stakes all the way up to 10-20. Everything from Hold'em to Omaha, 4, 5, and 6 card. High and high-low. Follow the instructions on screen to join today. There's one limper and a raise to 10. 3 players call, the small blind folds. In the big blind, I look down at a nice single-suited rundown of 10-9, 8-7 with 3 hearts, and I'm in there. We wind up going 6 ways to a flop of King, King, Jack, Rainbow. It's checked around with the turn falling the 10 of spades. Once again, it's checked around. The river is the 8 of clubs. I've rivered the idiot end of the straight on a paired board. I don't know that I can get much value here. I don't suspect anyone slow played 3 kings, and I can't see worse hands calling if I bet. So I check, and fortunately, it's checked around. I have a straight. Don't slow roll me. Don't slow roll me. Just give me the pot. Don't let him find anything. All right, good job. I was like, there's no way I'm ever going to win this. I just want the small pots, guys. No one needs to get hurt. Thank you, sir. I'll give you 2 because I shouldn't have won that one. Your beautiful river. The very next hand, I'm dealt another rundown, again with 3 hearts, this time 9, 8, 7, 6. But unfortunately, I don't connect on the flop, and I have to let it go when there's a bet. There's a raise to 10 and 3 callers. On the button, I look down at Jack 10, 10, 3 with hearts to my Jack. While I have a dangler in the 3, the Jack 10, 10 are key cards for many nut straights, and I have position on the field since I'm on the button. I make the call, both blinds call, taking us 7-handed to the flop. All right, I can't beat all of us. Let's get them. The flop falls Ace 10, 4 Rainbow. When the entire field checks to me, I don't suspect anyone is going to show up with a set of aces and then check this board texture. Any king, queen, jack, 5, 3, or deuce complete straights on the turn. So if that is the case, that means my set of 10s is the best hand. For now. If anyone does want to draw out on me, I'm charging them the max. I bet the full pot of $70. I'll show the 3. It's good for the game. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I call a straddle and then a small raise, holding Ace 8, 7, 7 with 3 hearts to my ace. But on a flop I don't hit, there's a bet and a snap call, and I let it go. I call a $5 straddle with a nice suited Broadway rundown, then a juicer raise to 15, taking us 4 ways to a flop that I unfortunately miss, and I have to fold to a pot-sized bet. 3 players have limped in for $2. In the small blind, I look down at Ace 8, 6, 4 with 3 spades to my ace. I check my option. The big blind can't help himself and raises to 15. There's 3 callers, and I'm in there as well, closing the action. All right, he can't beat all of us. Let's get him.
He can't. We have 5 players.
All right, 5 of us going to a flop. Just like the practice. The flop falls Ace 9, 5 with 2 spades. I flop top pair, a gut shot straight draw, and the nut flush draw. I check, and it's checked all the way to the button, who pots it for 75. Fuck that guy. I check raise to 200. One other player goes deep in the tank. He eventually folds, and the guy on my right is all in for 110.
111. Top 2 and a straight flush. 111.
Oh, shit, okay. You got a bunch of my outs. We got similar hands.
Oh my gosh. Are we running this twice?
Twice,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, twice. The burn is down.
All right. That's you. Boat and I had a boat too, but no good. All right, that's it. Looking at the equities when the money goes in, my opponent has the clear edge with 62% to my 36%. So I want to give some backstory on this hand. Prior to this, a player over in the 1-2-5 game had won a massive pot, and he went around to multiple tables, tipping the dealers $25 each and making a big spectacle of himself. He's very entertaining. I decided if I could win a big pot, I was going to do something similar, but I was going to throw each dealer a $1 chip and make a big deal out of it for the laughs. That should set up the ending hysterics you'll hear, although unfortunately I didn't film me actually running around the room, but I did hit every single cash table, and there was a number of them running that night. There's one caller, and in early position, I looked at an ace-ace, 6-deuce, double suited in spades and diamonds. I call, there's another caller behind me, and then a raise to 15. There's a few callers and a fold. I just call. Yes, I have double suited aces, but my side cards of a deuce and 6 are pretty terrible. Given I have 2 nut flush draws, I actually don't mind more players in the pot because I want someone to make a weaker flush and pay me off. We go 6 ways to a flop.
All right, if the flop is deuce, 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 I will tip you $25, sir. Deuce, deuce, deuce. $25.
Feel that slow.
Make it happen. Yeah. Slow. Ah. We tried.
While I didn't flop quad deuces, I did flop top fucking set. As the board comes ace, queen, 5, rainbow. I check, hoping the pre-flop raiser will jump on an ace-high board is better for his range, but he doesn't bite, and it's checked around.
The best hunting poker, Casino Royale.
The turn is the queen of diamonds, filling me up. There's a small bet of 20 and one caller. I call as well, taking us 3 ways to a river. The river is the 7 of spades. One of my opponents bet 100, and I shove all in for 205.
Good luck, all in. Thanks, guys. Let's go! Yeah, let's go, baby! Woo! All right, baby, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! I won!
Let's go, bro.
Let's go!
He was front door.
Hon!
Front door? Was this front door?
Front door, baby!
Let's go.
Front door and the back door!
On the vlog? What is
It's
on the
vlog, baby!
Who's the enemy?
Everybody! The dealer's a fucking enemy, man!
I've been moved to the main game, and there's a straddle under the gun. Next act, I raise pot to 20, holding king, queen, jack 9, double suited in clubs and hearts. The big blind and straddle are both call, and on an 8-high flop, I have to fold to a bet. There's multiple limpers. I come along in the cutoff with a double suited middle gapped rundown of 9-8-6-5 with diamonds and hearts. The button raises to 10, and we go 7 ways to a flop of jack 10-8. Checks around with the board pairing the 10 on the turn, and I have to fold to a bet. The $5 straddle is on, there's a raise to 25, and there's 2 callers. On the button, I make the call holding king, king, queen, deuce, double suited in spades and hearts. The blinds and straddle fold, and we wind up going 5 ways to a flop. The flop falls ace, king, 7 with 1 spade and 2 clubs. The original raiser leads for 80, and now there's a raise to 175. I'm not too worried about the re-raiser having a set of aces here. The original raiser could have it, but probably not. I decide I'm going with my set of kings and backdoor draws, and I shove for 290. The original raiser folds, and my opponent who covers calls, turning over queen, jack, 5 deuce with 3 clubs, chasing the second flush draw and a gut shot to Broadway. I'm more than a 2-to-1 favorite when the money goes in, with 68% equity. Just a dream spot when you're running it twice, right? Right?
I always go twice. I got a set. Flush draw. All right, so we're going twice. We got a. Oh, he can hit a 10, club. The other's 10. That's a straight for him. And a flush. And I go bust. Hey-ya. Get this guy. This is the guy who got me. This is some bullshit. If you see him, bust his ass.
I get it in 3 ways pre-flop.
Oh no! He's trying to get you out. You probably have me crushed.
I know I've ace about it.
For the vlog. You guys want to show for the vlog?
You kind of have me, but
Kind of have you. I like to hear that.
I got your diamonds beat though.
Oh, all right. Well, no, I'm blocking your diamonds.
I would take his hand.
You have bigger diamonds?
Yeah, like I have the hand, but like kind of.
We're going twice,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Twice?
twice.
Yeah, twice.
You locked up last year.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it, flip it.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
You
so
double
like
suited.
you have me, kind of.
Yeah.
But like, you know.
Oh, Jack, that's not good.
Jack
Oh,
seven.
Jack seven's good.
Oh man.
I just need running clubs.
Damn, Jack 10.
Oh, queen. Oh, boo.
That's me.
I got Jackson
That's all
5.
you?
No, we're going twice.
Okay. I'm straight.
Damn, so I used all my outs.
Show it, man. Show it for the vlog.
I knew it twice all day.
Oh, you son of a biscuit. I knew I wanted you out. All right, here we go. I got the second board, right? 1, 2, 3, 1.
I just gotta beat queen.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
8. Fuck, I gotta beat an 8.
No, I got a king.
Oh no. I know we're for the side pot.
Yeah, you scoop the side.
Oh yeah, he has a pair.
You got kings and eights, and then you got a straight. So that
right.
is yours.
Give me my hand back,
And
guys.
then I will
For
take
the main pot, you have
kings and
kings.
fives. Kings full of fives.
Straight, so you have to-
Everybody's a winner here.
Good aura, good aura.
Pleasure doing business with you. That'll make the vlog, guys. I had no money in front of me. It didn't hurt that bad. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Chop that up.
I had recently announced to the table I was only going to be playing a few more hands when this happened.
Pop, motherfuckers. All right, $10 straddles on in the 2-2, the double straddle. We pot to 40. Fuck these guys. We announced we have a few hands left. We're getting ready. Hit and run announced. All right, we got the winner out. We got the small blind out. We got the big blind out. We got the 2 straddles to worry about. Don't do it to me. I got cats to feed, guys.
How many cats you got? 3?
All right, the first straddle calls.
$5 for
The next straddle repots.
Yeah, that's
Good luck all in. Thanks, guys. This is it. This could be, we're all in for our tournament life. This could be the hand. We're either going to win the tournament or go home.
Everybody's all in.
Oh my God, he called too? He's in there too? Jesus, what the fuck? How is this happening? I'm fucked. I have no chance now.
I'm blind.
Oh. You went blind? I always go twice, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I got aces.
All right, he's
What do you want me to do? Obviously. I mean, I could have a rundown or kings.
Diamonds too with me.
Yeah.
You have diamonds.
Oh, that's the key card. I'm fucked. I can't beat that. I'm not even blocking it. I'm not even blocking it.
Yeah, you're
The
not
Jack
blocking
10
it.
8.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
Jack
got the
10 8,
straights.
right.
No, I got some blockers. I got some blockers in the Jack 10 8. All right, here we go. Running it twice. I just want to scoop both boards,
Queen is
okay?
not blocking.
Just want to scoop both boards.
I think spades are alive.
Oh, no.
That's the key card.
Oh, no.
Oh, well,
Well, that doesn't really count, but does he have another spade? We
Well,
don't
he could have
know.
a 3.
wow.
Uh-oh.
All right, so it's gonna be you two for side pot.
He made Jackson 8s.
Oh, he's blind.
He could have a 3.
flush.
He could have a straight flush.
Straight flush. That'll be good for the vlog. Now I'm going to lose to 8-10.
Oh, nice hand. Nice hand. Wow.
That's so gross. Yeah, I don't win. I won't win shit, man. That's the dealer right there. That's the problem right there.
Blind hand.
Doug Polk, fire that man. He's incompetent. Doesn't know how to let the winning hand win.
Hey guys, Anthony here. Thank you for watching. So I was pretty excited. You know, it's Friday night. There's 2 PLO games of 2-2 at the Lodge running. I see the buy-ins are 100 to 500. I'm thinking, finally they've listened. They've created a game that doesn't have all these crazy straddles, match the stack, and all this stuff where the gameplay's huge. Nope. They still had $10 straddles, $20 straddles. So even if you buy in for 500, if the straddle is friggin' $20, well, now your 250 big blinds is only 25 big blinds. So you're still forcing newcomers who come into the game to just flip for their stacks every hand they decide to play. Like, there's no stack depth. It's a game of who has the deepest pockets again. It doesn't differentiate the 2-2 game from the 1-2-5 at all. They're still too close together. It's just the initial buy-in is smaller, but you still get the crazy straddles. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And you know, I've sat down with leadership at the Lodge. I've sat down with leadership at TCH. And I don't know if it's just they just listen to all the grinders who are already embedded in these rooms that are pushing for this, but the grinders don't know what's best. You know, you need to have fun, local, losing recreational players to come in, learn these games, and be able to win 1 out of 3 times so that they keep coming back and losing. If you slaughter them every time they sit down, they stop sitting down, they stop coming, they dry up. So, you know, the grinders pushing for all this action, and, you know, some of the leadership, I imagine, as well, because some of them are professional players, and they think everything has to be the biggest action. You know, they don't grasp that Joe Q Public works his 9 to 5 all week. He wants to come in, play 4, 5, 6 hours, you know, drink some beers, watch the game on TV, and not get completely wrecked. And he wants to socialize, which a lot of these grinders don't. You know, they sit there with scowls on their faces and their headphones on and their hoodies, and the only time they speak is when they want to berate the dealer for, making a mistake or complain to you because you got lucky against them. So it's, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are still, fun players out in the field, but Austin, the greater Austin metro area has 2+ million people. And if you ask the average person in Austin about poker, they're going to say one of three things. There's poker in Austin. Isn't it illegal? Or I'd love to play, but I've never played before. I'd be intimidated. I don't want to get yelled at for making a mistake. So there's a massively untapped population of local, fun, recreational players in this market that neither room has done a very good job of reaching. Just look at their names. TCH Social, The Lodge. Poker is not in the fucking name. It's not in the title. How do you open a poker room and you don't put poker in the fucking title so when people drive by, they see poker, right? No, they see TCH Social, The Lodge. Nothing about it says poker. It's terrible branding. Now, don't get me wrong. Both rooms have done a tremendous job of building their brands within the overly serious poker enthusiast community, which is all the grinders and the misregs and the traveling professionals, right? They've done a tremendous job of that. But the lifeblood of a poker room is the fun recreational players, right? You don't want to rely on these people to travel out of state into your town to play. You want to build yourself up locally so that you could be, they could be twice as big, twice as successful as they are right now if they fucking listened and they marketed effectively on a local level. And if they structured their entry-level games so that they didn't play so big, so that new players can come in and get entertainment, right? And so it just boggles my mind that you've got these people running these rooms and they've got millions and millions of dollars and they have all the resources, all the access. They brought in people from the casino industry and they're still doing it wrong. And it's mind-boggling to me, and it's very frustrating. And a while back when I'd worked for Poker House Austin and then for Austin Social Lounge, I created a video about, you want to open a poker room. And I discussed a lot of the roadblocks and the problems that I had trying to get general managers and owners to listen to reason. And they kept doing everything pretty much the opposite of everything I recommended. And then they wondered why the businesses failed. Now, obviously, the Lodge and TCH are not failing. They're both doing just fine. But at the end of the day, they could be doing so much better if they would just implement some pretty simple changes. So, I've had people who have watched that video that I made about, where I talk about, building a sustainable poker economy, ensuring that you structure your cash games and your tournaments in a way that is sustainable, that keeps the fun recreational players coming back. And, I discuss, local marketing opportunities and outreach and things like that, specific interest groups that you can reach out to in your local market to really grow your business. And at the end of the day, you need those fun local recreational players, those passive players, those losing players to come in and get their entertainment value and feed your grinders, right? You need the fish to feed your grinders, but everything you do from a marketing standpoint, from a promotional standpoint, all of your marketing dollars, all of your promotional dollars need to be used to attract, retain, and funnel money to your losing fun recreational players. Instead, we get promotions like, buy $500 worth of time, get $100 of free time. Joke you public isn't spending $500 in advance on time. Your grinders are. So you're rewarding your grinders. You're putting more money in your grinders' pockets. And don't get me wrong, we need the grinders, right? You need the grinders because you need them to start games. You need them to keep games running when they get short so that more fish can wander in and keep the games going. But, even casinos will screw it up where they'll have these promotions, play 100 hours and, we'll give you $500 or, whatever, things like that. That is, again, taking promotional money and funneling it into the grinders' pockets. The only thing you need to do for the grinders is give them fish to eat. You give them a bunch of fish in the pond, that's all they need, right? They're happy. Their bellies are full. And so you need to structure your promotions so that that promotional money is going into the pockets of your losing recreational players. You need to keep them in action. You need to keep the games going. You need to keep them coming back and having fun. And it's very stressful for me to see this and to have sat down with a lot of key people and see that it's not being done. And so, I've had people who have watched my video over the past year plus, I can't remember how long ago I made it, who have reached out to me, asking me for, help with, their poker rooms and, consultations and potentially, positions and things like that. Nothing ever really came of it. A lot of them just didn't have the investment dollars to really get started. But it is still a dream of mine to be involved in a poker room. I still want to get out there and have, input on structuring cash games and tournaments in a way that's sustainable for your poker economy, your poker ecosystem, developing fun promotions that keep the recreational players coming back and keep them in action and keep them entertained. And also, to focus on local marketing efforts, local outreach, to bring in special key interest groups that can grow a room. So I'm still hoping for that opportunity. I'm sure eventually it will happen, but I'm putting it out there. If anyone's watching and you think would be a good fit, it doesn't have to be in Texas. I know there's rooms opening up in other states as well, but it's something that's really near and dear to my heart. Obviously, I'm insanely passionate about poker. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep playing PLO and donating to the poker economy. But it's just it's something I'd love to do. And so if you have an opportunity, if you want to reach out to me, my email is going to be martinoanthonyj, as in Joseph, @gmail.com. So feel free to shoot me an email, and I'd be happy to discuss further. But yeah, that's my take on that. I was very disappointed that they didn't make the games any different from really the 1-2-5, except for the initial buy-ins and possibly the match the stack. And that wasn't the only issue. There was also issues of confusion. There was a lot of confusion where the players and the dealers had different perspectives on what the straddles were, what was rounded, what wasn't rounded. And it was just a lot of confusion. And I haven't played it since I played that Friday night, so I don't know if that's been corrected, if it, but it was all over the place. And I remember there was one hand in this episode where I got involved in a pot where I think I wound up making the nut flush when like the 10 of diamonds hit the turn. We were all in, I think, on the flop anyway, but it paired the board, but I made the nut flush and it was good. And the opponent I was up against he only ran once with me. And I think I had pissed him off because as soon as he sat down in the 2-2 game, he was like, hey guys, can we all agree to a, permanent straddle of blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I just shot him down immediately. I was like, no. I was like, come on, man. Like, I'm so sick of these, the straddles and the match the stack and the crazy deep buy-ins. Like, just let people come in and be entertained and have fun, man. You don't have to slaughter people every single session. You can win a little bit here and a little bit there. It's just, like, I don't want to play 10-20. I would love to play 10-20 if I was rolled for 10-20. I'm not rolled for 10-20. I don't want to play it. I don't want to play 40-80 in the 1-2-5 either, or 163-20, which I've seen, it's bigger than 163-20, right? Because it's 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 40, 80, 163-20. So it's a bigger game than 163-20 when they put those straddles on. And don't get me wrong, I've only seen that happen once, but I'm sure it's happened other times that I haven't been there. But anyway, I've rambled enough. Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you in the next episode.
We getting down with the sound of the old school vibe. Keep it alive.